What's up, guys? So I am going to double live stream. I think, maybe. That's the plan. Maybe. What is up? As you guys are jumping on, if you can say hello, I would appreciate it. And let me know if you can hear me. I was going to double live stream, but I don't know if it's going to let me. Let's see. Exit. Hey, Emily, can you hear me okay? Oh, it's not going to let me live from my phone. Oh, well. Anyways, I was going to live from my computer too, but that's not working, so we can put this back. What is up? What is up? Ah! I'm going to lose you. So, hey, Julie. Good to see your face. So what I wanted to talk about, let's see here, today, guys. Hey, Catherine. Thank you, Emily. This phone wants to pop out. So basically, I want to answer any of your questions, and I'm having seriously technical difficulties. Sorry. So I want to answer any of your questions that you have about the Get Shit Done group. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it, considering the fact that it is not a brand new thing anymore. So there's a lot of things that have kind of changed in the group. So I want to tell you guys about it. I want to open to any Q&A at all. I know a lot of people have questions around whatever, lifestyle or productivity or whatever it is. Ask away, type everything in the comments, and I will answer your questions. I'm here as long as you guys have questions. I'll hang out. So basically, but the gist of the whole thing, the gist of why I wanted to kind of have this call is because I started this group. It's called the Get Shit Done group. Imagine that. And it initially began as just an anyone was welcome group where we did weekly calls about being intentional, creating the life that we want, really being able to get shit done, right? Like different ways to just fit in the things that you want to in the different areas of your life. And every single week, I talk about a different topic. Every single week, we would go over something new. And what was interesting about it was only women that were joining me in this group. And what we kind of realized was it was like, we had this great vibe. And so I kind of threw the idea out there. I was like, do you guys want to make this like a women's only group? And they were like, yes, we do. So that's what we did. And I want to tell you about why and what that's created. And the group is open all the time. So if anybody wants to come in, they're more than welcome. If you know someone who you think would benefit or would love it, send them my way. But basically what we do every single week, I get on a live call on Thursdays and talk about a different topic. I give you my personal experience and expertise on these topics, on ways to communicate better, be more intentional, get more stuff done, do the things that you want, make the time management, as far as actually even like getting and giving. Yes, Monica, tomorrow. So excited. Also, as far as even getting and giving feedback, and like one day I sat down and I took out all of the things that I use for supplements and put them all up on the screen and showed everyone what I use and why I use it. Basically, it's just ways for us to bounce ideas off of each other and for me to give you guys my expert opinion on mindset and business and life and productivity and getting shit done and all the things that I've learned and compiled over the years so people can take and put that in their lives. But here's the kicker. What it's also molded into, and again, guys, if you're jumping on and you have any questions at all for me, please feel free to pop them in to the thing. Hell yeah! Please stay and listen. Absolutely. You'll still get value out of it. JC, I appreciate that. So basically what ends up happening is we've created this world, and let me explain something to you. So there aren't a whole lot of women who necessarily want you to tell them how to do something. Like it's nice to hear other people's perspectives and kind of take and learn from that. But what it's turned into also is it's a place where people feel comfortable. Like I have these women in here who are powerhouses, who are all running their own thing, who are all, whether it's a household that they're running or it's a business that they're running or they're working for someone else. We have this interesting dynamic, and what's really cool is that, yes, we talk about tangible things that you can do, and yes, I am the coach and the leader of this group, but what ends up happening is it's a place where we can empower each other. It's a place of like a comfort. You can come in, you can talk, you can vent, you can ask questions, and no one's going to judge you. Like, how many times do you not share the things that are going on in your life because you don't want to be judged? Because you don't want to hear other people's bullshit. You don't want somebody to come to you and be like, oh my God, what happened? Because as a woman, that's typically what happens. When you share something deep, dark, secret about your life or like your personal life that's going on, the first thing everybody does is they're like, what happened? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We don't do that shit. Like, we're like, okay, like, I feel for you. Like, I understand that's crazy. Like, somebody shared one time this, like, super deep personal shit, and no one in that group was like, oh my God, what happened? Instead, we were like, I'm here for you. What do you need? Like, if you need to talk about it, we're here. Like, you're so strong. Like, that sort of shit. We empower each other instead of fighting each other. We empower each other instead of breaking each other down. And when you're a strong woman and you're, like, in control of everything, like, you don't necessarily always have a space where you can come and just be like, holy shit, shit is hitting the fan, you know? And basically that's what this is. It's a place where, I don't want to say like sisterhood because that's really not my thing. But basically that's what it is. And it's just a like-minded group of women who are fucking powerful and are okay with that and own it and want everything out of life. Like, they want all of the things. They don't want just like this perfect household and like this okay relationship. Like, they want a kick-ass relationship, and they want to be amazing moms, and they want to be amazing employees and amazing business owners, and they want kick-ass bodies, and they want to feel good, and they want to be the best version of themselves that they can be, and they're dedicated to that. So that's what we do. We talk about it, we support each other, we're there. Like, you have a question, you ask the question. That's the beauty about it. That's what the Get You Done group has formed into, and that's what it's been for the last couple of months, 3 months, I guess, and it's just a powerful place to be. And so many people, ladies, please, you don't have to admit this out loud. You don't like raise your hand right now, but I know this. Like, you've seen me talk about it. You've seen other coaches talk about other groups, and you're like, I don't need that. Or maybe I do need that, but I don't want to ask any questions. Because what is this whole thing all about? Well, this is your fucking chance, okay? Like, I am here. Hey, Cody. I am here for you to ask the questions. This is, like, I am not a judgment person. I don't care. I'm not going to judge you. No one in that group is going to judge you either. But basically, I wanted to offer this, like, let me extend and open this door for you, because I know that you don't want to bother me. I know you don't want to ask questions because maybe this isn't the most comfortable thing for you to do. And if you don't want to ask the questions live here, I get that. Send me a message. But basically, like, if any of the things that I've said here resonates with you, like, could be a place for you to be able to stretch your legs and grow with other people. And that's exactly what it is. Sorry, I missed some comments up here. You're so funny, Jeff. Catherine, 100%. It's a comfortable place to be uncomfortable. Absolutely, Kyle. It 100% is. I recently joined the group, and the best part is having access to all the previous calls. Yeah, so much information, the tools provided to overcome what you are currently facing. Get it done. Hell yes. What's interesting, is that people came into the group, and they're like calling me, or they're sending me messages, and they're like, oh my God, this is not what I expected. Like, it is not at all what I expected. Because I literally, like, I'm pretty raw with all of you publicly here, but, like, we get that deep. We get deeper. We get super, super deep. Like, I have no issue with telling somebody when they ask me a question specifically what's going on, you know, and we get into that in these calls, and it's really beautiful, like, quite honestly, not to sound like a weirdo, but it is, because there's a connection there. There's a power there. There's, again, like, it's like a circle of people who are standing there. They have your back. Like, there have been some really intense shit that has gone on in these women's lives that they have not been able to talk to other people about because they don't want the judgment. They're not really sure of what's going on themselves yet, and they just needed to say it. So they came into the group and they said it. And everyone supported them. And nobody judged them. And it was a place, because sometimes you just need to say it out loud. And it was a place for that. It's a place to have people listen to you. Like, how many times we don't need your solution always. Sometimes we just want somebody to listen. And that's what I've created in there, and it's pretty amazing. But I mean, that's the gist of it, you guys. I can break down exactly what we talk about each week, meaning topic-wise, but realistically, that's it. And I just wanted to really break it down in detail and give you guys a feel for what it's like. And if you have questions, like I said, anything about me, my business, how I built it, any production shit, any productivity, consistency, any of the things, nothing's off. I'm an open book. Like, what do you need to know? What do you want to know? Ask the questions. Bring it on. I promise I've probably been asked something similar at one point or another. So basically, but there's a lot of work getting done. Absolutely. Everybody's doing shit. It's beautiful. Like, these women are conquering their day and conquering their shit and working through little things and moving forward. And it's beautiful. And everybody's there doing their own version of life. But they're doing it their way, which is the coolest part. Cody, did you ever work a 9-to-5? Absolutely, I did. I started working when I was 15, and I worked several 9-to-5s actually, but I always had 3 to 4 jobs, always. It wasn't until like my last 2 years or my last year, I would say, in like the workforce out in a brick and mortar that I didn't have several jobs. And I worked, I've worked all kinds of places, but the longest like my professional career was I was in insurance for a couple of years, and then I ran for 6 years. I ran several automotive shops under the same umbrella, automotive, body shop, towing, rental cars. And that was supposed to be a 9-to-5, but it was more like a 7:30 to like 8:30, like 7:30 a.m. to like 8:30 p.m. kind of job. But yes, I did that for a very long time while running my own company, while working for 2 promo businesses. So I've been solo running my own company though for 2 years. Great question. Kyle, how do you get any work done with such cute, adorable dogs? It's not easy, because they like come in, especially the big one. He comes in and he yells at me. He's like, "Aww," and I'm like, "Oh boy." All he wants you to do is stop what you're doing and snuggle or scratch his butt. Like, that's all he wants. So it's hard not to stop what you're doing every 5 minutes and go love on him. Cody, how did you make the jump into your own business? Basically, I was at a crossroads there, and it was a really toxic atmosphere. It was ruining my life, basically, by the hours and just the people I was around, and it was just really, really toxic. There's a lot of stories around that. But I was at a crossroads where something drastic had happened in the business. It was a family-owned and operated business, and something drastic had happened, and I got to make the decision, really in that moment, like, are we going to come back from this, or are we not? And we decided that we weren't going to come back from it. It was a decision between me and my boss, and we were like, nope, like, the ship has sailed, and I will figure it out. So I started looking for jobs. I started doing some contract work for other automotive shops, helping them organize their offices and get their paperwork in order. And in that time frame, I decided I want to do my own thing, and I took my business that I was running and I kind of morphed it. It was a promotions and local marketing company for local businesses, and I morphed it into only marketing and event planning, and then it morphed into the project management and coaching that it is today. But I ended up hiring a coach. I quit all of the other jobs I was working, like, because I was working contract jobs for other shops, just like part-time sort of, or like only for 6 weeks or whatever. And I just threw it all in and said, you know what, I'm going to burn these ships. I'm not going to have any other option. I have to make this work. And I hired a coach, and I didn't have any money, but I hired her anyway, and I made it work. And it was easy. It was not easy. None of it was easy. None of this has been easy for me. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, started my business and it was super profitable in like 40 days. No, it was not super profitable in 40 days. It was actually a really long time before it was profitable for me. I'm glad though. I'm actually really glad for the experiences that I've had in my business. Because when you do that, you learn from every one of them. It's a beautiful thing, really. Jeff Perkins. Yes, my dogs love scented trash bags. Jerk. He's making fun of me. It's always fun when your friends get on, your like close friends from when you were younger get on your live streams and make fun of you. Yeah, that's a great question though, Cody. It's one of those things where sometimes there's just never a right time for jumping into your own business. You just kind of have to do your thing and just take a chance, unfortunately. JC, how many coaches, mentors have you had or have? So I've hired people for several different things. I've had 3 business coaches, I would say. You're welcome, Cody. I've had 3 business coaches in the last 2 years. 3. About to hire the 4th here in a couple of weeks. Working out the logistics of that now. And then I've had mindset coach that helped me with a bunch of blocks and mindset things that I had. And then I also have, I have a PR rep, but I basically call her a coach because she helps me get my message clear on a lot of things and helps me with writing and different things like that. I feel like that's definitely coaching. He has 2 mindset coaches actually, now that I think about it. They helped me with 2 different things. So I've had a total of, 5, 6, 7 coaches over the past 2 years. Currently, I have 1 coach, 1 mentor that I work with on and off. And then, like I said, I'm working on hiring a new coach, which is exciting. Can't freaking wait. She's amazing. Emily, what are the differences between the Get Shit Done group and your new Operation Do group? Great question. So the Get Shit Done group is based around all the topics of life. We have these calls where it's a lot of questions, it's a lot of insight, it's a lot of advice, it's a lot of real life shit that you can then take and implement into your life. There's a lot of challenges involved. Each week we have an hour-long phone call where we talk about the different areas of life, which are mindset and motivation is 1 week, health and fitness or health and self-care is another week, and then we have business and leadership, and then we have home and relationships. And basically the reason I broke it up that way is because that's kind of the 4 pillars of life. And with business and leadership, it can be leadership of a family, leadership of a household, or leadership in a job. It doesn't necessarily have to be you as an entrepreneur. So that's the Get Shit Done group. And then what differs is in the Operation Do group, it's like a 20-minute check-in. Here's a tip on consistency and productivity call, and then a Q&A for them. But then the big thing there is the accountability. So there's accountability in Get Shit Done. Obviously, the women will post their shit and we'll hold them accountable, and I'll hold them accountable and ask questions and make sure that they're moving forward. But in the Operation Do, that's all it's about. I'm not going to help you get clear on your goals and that. I'm not going to help you figure out your why and why you're here on this earth. It's more so, hey, I want to get X, Y, and Z done this week. And then what ends up happening is I hold them accountable. And then if they're having problems and they can't seem to get things to move forward, or they're stuck or they're overwhelmed or whatever, we break through that. But it's much more strategic based than it is lifestyle based. And Get Shit Done, there's a ton of work going on and there is strategy involved. But there's also a lot of lifestyle stuff. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense, Emily. That was a lot of information that I just spotted out to you. Hannah, I'm amazed with the person you've become. One of your posts the other day really hit spot on. Hannah, thank you. That means so much to me. So me and Hannah have literally known each other since kindergarten. Maybe even before that, quite honestly. I don't even know. But our whole entire lives, literally. That's awesome. Cool, Emily, thank you. I'm glad that makes sense. It's more of again, it's more of a lifestyle, talking about that sort of thing, getting really deep, supporting each other, lots of empowerment, that sort of thing in the Get Shit Done group. And then in the Operation Do, it's a lot of strategy support, that sort of thing. Oh my God, I hope you didn't cry. I'm sorry if you cried in the car, but I hope it was a good cry, a good healthy cry. That's funny. If you guys have any other questions, pop them in. I pretty much gave my spiel, so I said what I gotta say. I'm just kidding. But I love the questions. I love having these kind of Q&As. It's so much fun for me, and it's just nice to be able to have those conversations. And a lot of people have questions and they don't want to ask, and they feel bad. They're I don't want to ask you. I'm just ask me. I don't give a shit. A good cry. Good, Hannah. That's good. Sometimes we need a good cry. I have good cries all the time. So it's not a bad thing. Awesome. So I'm glad that Emily asked that question. Again, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in. But Emily, I'm glad that you asked that question between the two groups, because they are, a lot of people probably are not necessarily super clear on the difference between the two. Tanya, hey, Dan was hopping on last minute. Yeah, you'll have to watch the replay, Tanya. I explained in depth like what the group is and what it stands for and like the difference between the two. Basically, like, the people in the Operation Do group are getting a lot of the side of like my project management strategic accountability lady. Like, they're getting me to be that person for them. And the people in the Get Shit Done group get that and my lifestyle coaching, my performance coaching. They get a lot of that deep shit. There's a lot of mindset work involved in everything that I do, basically, but really in the Get Shit Done group, there's a lot of mindset, there's a lot of intentional behavior, there's a lot of breaking down like bullshit. Like, I call everyone out on their shit all the time. It's who I am, it's what I do. But it's tough love, and it's a great space for sure. It's fun for me. I love it. You just need to do it, Tanya. Yes, if you need the things, you just need to do them. That's really what you just need to make a commitment. It's basically what it comes down to for everyone. Like, are you committed to making a change? Like, how committed are you to making a change? Because if you're not, I can't help you. No coach can help you. Like, if you are not committed to actually doing something and taking some action, like, nothing that any coach is going to give you is going to help. Like, same thing. You could hire a $20,000 a month coach. That's fucking awesome. But if you're not committed to actually doing stuff, there's really, I mean, they can't make you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could hire them to do it for you, or you could hire someone else to do it for you, but that's different. You're still going to be stuck in the spot that you're in. That's basically how it works. Yeah, that's basically it, you guys. Who's snoring? Which dog do I have behind me? Oh, it's the little one. She's snoring so loud. Holy cow. And it's the munchkin-sized one. So funny. I have no problem hanging tight, you guys. If anybody has any more questions, pop them in here. I love it. I get it. Let's do this. Hell yeah. I mean, these are the two main things that I have going on in this space that are like brand new. And then I also have my foundation course, which is a self-guided training course. It's very mindset based, very deep. 6 weeks. It's pretty intense. It's fucking awesome. It's my favorite thing that I teach is the mindset behind getting shit done. It makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. Hey, Eric, what's up? I'm like having Jeep cravings, just so you know. Oh, it's so bad. It's supposed to be back in the morning. It was supposed to be back today, and it didn't come back today, but I miss my Jeep. Tanya, I know. I do love you. You're right. But basically, what else was I going to say? I'm trying to think if there's anything that I missed. Hey, Erin, how's it going? How are you? Ooh, in the Operation Do, though, also, they get a monthly planning guide. And then all of that's there's a lot of deeper parts of it inside of the Get Shit Done group, too. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff is the same. The Get Shit Done is just a lot deeper on the lifestyle coaching side of things and, like, the mindset coaching than it is just the strategy, if that makes any sense. But if anybody has any questions, I show there's still actually a lot of people live. So, I mean, I could literally go down a million paths with this conversation right now. Just obviously want it to be relevant. So, oh my God, I can't move. Holy hell, leg day. Oh boy. I would love to know, of the people that are live, you should pop in the thing. What area of life, you're a celebrity, yeah. What area of your life are you the least consistent in? Write it in the comments right now. Write it in the thread. I'm curious. This like fascinates me because I love figuring out ways to make people more consistent, and like the plan and strategy makes me super happy because I'm a nerd. And so I love asking that question. So if you're live right now and you're not driving a car, you should comment in the comments and say, tell me what part of your life you are the least consistent in. Just because I'm curious. Just throw me a bone here and comment it in the comments. Oh no, Eric, sleep is so important. Sleep is so important. And like, to me especially, I have to sleep, or that is not a good thing for me. I will not function. I will get sick. It's not good. Everything is not that's so you're consistent about being inconsistent across the board. I suggest picking one thing from each area of your life and start doing that one thing every day. Because you can do one thing. You can do one thing every day. So say you have 4 or 5 areas of your life that you want to focus on. You can do 5 things in a day. I promise you can. If you can't, I don't know how you're still functioning as an adult right now. Basically. Erin, fitness. Fitness is big for most people. And Tanya, health and wellness. Like, fitness is the easiest thing, one of the easiest things to ignore, because people are like, oh no, I'm so busy, I don't have time. Or it hurts. It's not fun. Dieting isn't fun. Working out isn't always fun. It fucking hurts. It takes time. It makes you tired. It takes a specific mindset. And like, I, up until the last 3 months, hated working out. Hated it. I did not like it. I did not enjoy any of it at all, ever. But I still went every day. And actually just realized it's been a year and 2 months since I consistently went to the gym 3 times a week. And I feel like I'm a completely different human being. I'm almost 30. I'll be 30 in a couple of months. And I feel better right now than I ever have in my entire life. So basically what I would say in any area of the life, really, but when it comes to like, how do you stay consistent or actually get shit done around any of your area of your life, like, you have to keep your eye on the prize. Like, you have to keep yourself motivated. Like, what am I working towards? Like, what is this thing that I want? And don't set like a weight goal. Like, set like an actual goal. Like, I want to feel this way or look this way or wear these pants or whatever. You know, like, set that kind of a goal. Something that's fun. Emily, changing my mindset is my biggest and hardest one right now. Mindset is very hard. Mindset is not an overnight thing. Mindset is something that is like a lifelong commitment to work on, really. But I would like to ask you, Emily, you just overall mindset, or are you working on different specific things? Like, for example, when I said earlier, when Cody asked that about the coaches, like, when I said something about hiring mindset coaches, like, I hired someone to specifically help me with money mindset, because that was a big thing for me. So I specifically hired someone around that and spent a lot of time and effort working on just that. Like, I still did my regular, like, quick journaling in the morning, like a smaller, like a page, but then I spent so much time just honing in on money mindset alone. So that's why I'm asking that. If there's a specific, like, area that you're trying to work through right now. Sometimes I feel like, again, you can't, like, eat the whole elephant with it. That makes sense. Erin, I'm going to be doing some free training sessions in your background of these podcasts starting next. Oh, gotcha. Next Thursday. Awesome. Oh, you're going to do free training sessions here in my house in my background? Yeah, okay. Good luck. There's a lot of dogs here, and they try to attack you when you, like, try to do stuff because they think that means you're trying to play, so they want to lick you and knock you down. Good luck. This is actually a really small room, so I don't know if you could work out behind me right now. I guess being... Oh, I know you're kidding. I was kidding too. Silly. I guess being a more calm and level-headed person positively. Perfect. I love that you said that, Emily, because I believe it or not, when I was managing the auto body shops, I would fly off the seat of my pants often. I thought I had to be like super in control, bitchy girl to get people to respond to me. I would be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like 100 times a day. Literally, you can ask people who used to work with me. That was who I was. I was super intense. I was still happy and whatever, but I was really intense, and I would be worked up often. And I would react to people, and I would be very like, oh, like I said, again, are you fucking kidding me? Like, see this wrinkle? I don't know if you can really see it. I've been working to get rid of it, but it's there specifically from me saying all the time, are you fucking kidding me? Over and over and over again. So I hear you. So this is the reason I'm telling you this, is because it is possible for you to control that and change that, because I did. It is very important to me. It is a decision I made for myself that I would work on the calm every single day. Like the level-headed part of what you just said to me is like reacting, like being in control of my reactions and not just reacting, because I feel like if you're not level-headed, that's kind of what you do. You're just kind of like, and you like bark out at people instead of thinking before you speak and being really aware of what's around you and being intentional with your words and things like that. Emily, you should read the book, The 4 Agreements, if you haven't already. And if you have, you should read it again, because it's a great book, and every single time I read it, it like changes my life. Where is it? It's probably in my room, because I read it so often. I don't even have it over here. Or I'd show you the book. Hold on. Nope, it's in my room. But The 4 Agreements, and I can look it up for you, or I can tell you who it's by. It's Don Miguel, I think. Yeah. So it's an amazing book, and part of it talks a lot about being in control and intentional with your language, your reactions, what you take personally, things like that, and it really just really helps. I always think back to one of the agreements is be impeccable with your word, and it's just so important. That's how I feel I am with my kids, and I hate it, and I feel guilty, and it's just a horrible cycle. Yeah, and guilt's a shitty feeling, because I used to feel really fucking bad when I'd like scream at people, because I'd scream at people a lot at work. It was just true. But it was also around that. That was the atmosphere that I was around, and that's just what we did there. Like, we were yelled at people, and we flew off the handle, and that's how we got shit done in that business. And what I can tell you is that by practicing the art of being present and allowing myself to realize that I don't have to respond the moment someone does or says something. Like, I know you and I have kind of talked about this a little bit, but like taking a deep breath, giving yourself a moment to actually choose is huge. So being able to, like, obviously your children are a little different. I understand that. But being able to, in a moment where you can be level-headed with the way that you respond or you react to something, because you are in control of your thoughts. Like, you've spent the work and the time to be able to be in control of your thoughts and like keep yourself from flying off the handle. Like, sometimes it'll still happen. We're fucking human, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself, because you are new to working at this too, Emily. Like, that's the other thing. So don't be so hard on yourself about it, because you're putting in the work. It doesn't change overnight. Mindset does not change overnight, but it is a choice, and you're making the choice to work on it. So just remember that, and don't be so hard on yourself about it, and just continue. Don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing. Get that book if you haven't read it. Get it. The 4 Agreements. It's amazing. It puts some shit into perspective for you in a big way. Have you read it, Emily? I'm curious. If you haven't, like I said, even if you have, read it again. Like, it's one of those books you can read over and over and over again, because it truly just continues to be amazing, and it's like new light bulbs go off every time you read it. You're like, oh my God, it's so good. It's really good. I think the first time I read it for like 4 months, and someone's like, you're still reading that book? I'm like, I keep rereading the chapters, like I can't move on, because I loved it so much. So I just kept rereading it over and over again, because it's so good. Michael, read it once a year. Yeah, it's a great refreshment. You're amazing. Thank you. I haven't, but I will be getting it for sure. Yes, Emily, it's a great investment. You should read it. Keep it, read it again, love it forever, and cherish it, because it's a great book. I've gotten so much better, Tanya, than that. I've been tested multiple times, and I find myself stepping back in looking at the situation, and if it needs a response, I give a calm one. However, some people don't deserve a response at all. That's true. So when you're conscious and you're paying a conscious decision, or when you're aware and paying attention to what's going on, and you're allowing yourself a moment to really absorb and digest what's being said to you or what's being asked of you, you'll realize not everyone deserves a response. And that's okay. It's your choice. Like, you're in control of your own emotions. You're in control of your own reactions. And that's a huge thing. Like, that changed my fucking life. I'm going to tell you that. By realizing that I am in control of what's going on in here, what I say, how I say it, who I talk to, all of those things completely altered my life. Completely. Like, completely altered my life. Like, in a way that I can't even, like, I could sit here, we could have story time for like 6 hours. That's how much it's changed my life. So keep doing what you're doing. And Tanya, like, girl, I remember. Let me tell you, be proud of yourself for what you just described. Because I remember a time when that was not the case for you. When you were responding and reacting and allowing one thing to ruin your entire day. So you should be very proud of yourself. Because it's definitely work that you've put in. You've decided to be present and pay attention and be able to create that. And you should be proud of yourself, because it's a big change from where you were, what, a year ago? So good for you. You're welcome. You know, I give credit where credit is due. All right, y'all, what time is it? 7:30? Again, I'm still good. I'm still hanging out. So you let me know. What do you need? Do you guys have questions? Pop them in. I'm sitting tight. I was trying to live stream from my business page too, but my computer hates me. So whatever. I was gonna like totally double live stream. It was gonna be awesome, but it didn't work. All right, pop in your questions if you have them. I'll hang tight for another minute or so, but other than that, I'll head out if nobody has any other questions. You guys have been awesome. Like, thank you so much for being here. Love the conversation. The questions are great. You guys know me. I'm like a damn open book. What do you want to know? Oh, jeez. Anyways, okay. I think we're good. I don't know that there's anything else. I hate it. There's like a freaking delay. So if you guys are typing in, I don't know it. Yeah, Tanya, go watch the beginning. Anybody who jumped on late and that's interested in the Get Shit Done group, at the very beginning, I described in detail exactly what that group is, what you can expect from it, how amazing the energy is, the support, the empowerment. Like, it's freaking awesome. I'm checking out. Miss you guys. And we will have to catch up soon. Absolutely, Erin. It was great having you here. See you later. I just totally pieced you like such a North County girl right now. Sometimes it just can't help it. It just comes out. Still have the info on the Get Shit Done group. What do you mean? You need the link? I was going to put the link in here after I get off the phone. Anyways, I'm going to head out. You guys are amazing. Seriously, again, thank you so very much for being awesome. And then I will talk to you guys all later. If you have any other questions that you think of, send me a message or comment on this thread and I will give you an answer. Talk to you later. Bye.